Hey guys, so today I bring you with my food. A lot of people ask me, since I did the whole 40-pound weight loss video, exactly what I eat. So I figured I would concentrate on that specifically on this video, and this is probably going to be part one because this is what I eat and what I ate when I was losing the weight last time, and I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight this time, so I'm just going back to what I used to do. Now a couple of things are changing in my life. I'm getting a little more busy. I'm starting a new job, which is going to be very demanding of me and my hours. I'm going to do a lot of traveling, and I'm going to have to modify what I filmed. I filmed this like a few weeks ago, but I deleted the intro, and that's why I'm doing it now. So yeah, I am embarking on another weight loss journey. So this is what I'm going to be eating, and I will be making a part two for more of on the go. So I'm coming up with that meal plan right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just went to the grocery store and I decided that I would just go ahead and show you guys what I got. The other thing for you to remember is this is what works for me, okay? Nobody has to follow this. This is what I'm doing in terms of eating clean and healthy, and this is just what works for me right now. If you have any more questions, let me know. Leave them in the bottom, and I'll talk to you guys on a later video at a later time. And yeah, it might be a little bit lengthy just because I go into detail. Alright guys, so I zoomed in so you can get a better look at exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to go ahead and jump into breakfast. For breakfast, I have a couple of options just so I don't get tired of eating the same thing over and over again. So, and you'll also notice that I have high protein, high veggie in here. Not a lot of carbs at all. I have to mention that if I do want carbs, or if I do need a couple of carbs, what I do is I just have a little bit of brown rice boiled on the side. So I'll have like 4 tablespoons of that, or I'll have like a half of a sweet potato. But that's pretty much all I do in terms of carbs, and I don't really have them right now in front of me because I'm just gonna stay off carbs for the next couple of weeks and then introduce them in a couple of weeks to come. Now, in terms of breakfast, I have 18 eggs, just regular eggs, and what I do is I boil them and I just eat the egg whites. I toss the yolks away because they're high in cholesterol, and I have them with a quarter or a half cup of blueberries. You'll also notice that I have a lot of stuff frozen here, and that's because right now I'm doing a lot in life, and I can't afford to lose fresh produce. So when I get stuff, I'm not always able to finish it in time. So I've resorted to using frozen stuff for the time being, and that's just what works for me. So I just get like frozen blueberries and I toss them in a cup, and I probably microwave them for a couple seconds, or I let them just sit out to thaw a little bit, and they are absolutely delicious cold. So anyway, breakfast, I have egg whites and a quarter cup of blueberries, or an alternative is I have protein here, and this is the one I'm using right now. Sometimes I also use Elite Protein. What I'm going to do is check the description box, and maybe I'll actually have a blog post about all of this information so you know where to find these things. But this right now is what I'm using in terms of protein. So in one serving of this, you have 30 grams of protein, which is a lot, which is great for me because I'm trying to build muscle mass. So I have that, and I'll just mix it in a blender with blueberries or strawberries, and I'll have some spinach in there, and that's pretty much it. Or for breakfast, I have this. This is a raw meal. It has so many things here. I will put all the information below where you can find all the info for this, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful shake. It doesn't taste the best, but it's kind of mild. I thought it would taste worse than it is, but I got it from Whole Foods, and it has 34 grams of protein in each serving. Usually I just take half of that because that's a lot of volume for me to take in the morning. But every now and then I'll toss this in at least once a week because it has a lot of great raw things inside of it. And my last breakfast option is Shakeology. Sometimes I'll have the Shakeology, and I find that even though these particular things like the protein and the raw meal and the Shakeology are a little more expensive, if I rotate them, they just tend to last a lot longer. So I'll buy them, and then they'll last me for quite a while, because this is a 30-day serving, and so is this, and so is this. So then you have a whole bunch of days, and if you consider the days that I'm eating the eggs as well, then all these things last you a lot. So the things I find myself buying over and over is really all this other stuff that I just go through during the week. Now, that's pretty much it for breakfast. Let's talk about lunch and dinner. It's pretty much the same thing. I put them in the same category because I just buy veggies and I buy protein, and that's it. So in terms of veggies, what I have here right now, I'm just chopped regular veggies that I use to saute the rest of them with. I have some mushrooms, I have some spinach, I have some bell peppers, and I have some kale. So I'm really focusing on the green stuff and just stuff that helps it taste better. And also here you can see I have some shrimp, some tilapia, some chicken breast, and some ground turkey. Usually I have ground turkey for lunch and whatever else here for dinner. So I either have chicken breast or fish or shrimp, and I usually like the stuff that's individually wrapped, like it has the breast individually packaged. That way it just helps me keep to that particular amount for a serving so I don't overeat. The other two things I get usually are beans, so red kidney beans and chickpeas. I like to toss, like you can cook them however way. Like I decide to switch things around. So for lunch maybe this week I'm gonna have the ground turkey and I'm gonna toss the spinach inside of it, the mushrooms, some of the peppers, and maybe the chickpeas, and that's just like one meal, and that's what I have every day. I just take a little bit of that and eat that for lunch. And then for dinner, say I have the chicken breast and I put the kale and I use the mushrooms and the peppers again, and I just like pan fry or whatever, just cook it on the stovetop, and that's my dinner. So that way for the entire week I have something for lunch, something for dinner that has all the food groups that I really want to put into my body. Now moving on to snacks. Snacking is huge because your body needs to eat several times a day at least to keep the metabolism up. At least that's what I do. So the number one thing I snack on is grapefruits. I try to do that by the halves. Sometimes when I'm really hungry, I just eat the whole thing, but I snack on grapefruits. They're great for fat burning. Sometimes I actually snack on a combination of blueberries and mangoes, and this is when my sweet tooth is like really kicking in and I want something sweet. I grab these ones and they're frozen, but they're amazing frozen. Like I just microwave them for a couple of minutes or seconds I should say, and together blueberries and mangoes to me are like the best dessert. So if I'm really craving something sweet, that's what I do. Or from Trader Joe's, I found these like freeze-dried blueberries, freeze-dried mangoes, freeze-dried mandarin oranges, and I find that they have a lot less calories and a lot less sugars than having dried fruit because they are very light. Like they're not filled with sugar. Like sometimes you go and you get like dried fruit or dried mangoes and they're like filled with sugar. And I also like to snack on this coconut, like these coconut chips from Trader Joe's. So those are just a couple of things that I'm snacking on. And sometimes after my workouts, what I'll do is I'll have just a snack of a scoop of this, which is hard protein, especially on weight days, and I want to rebuild that muscle. I just go ahead and have a scoop of this, and that will serve as a snack. And the other thing that I snack on is apples. Usually after my workouts, I eat an apple. Alternatively, I could eat half a sweet potato or a couple of tablespoons of brown rice, but right now I'm just sticking to the apples. I have a couple other things here. I have this cashew go lean. Every now and then when I'm on the go or just like in general, like I just have this around if I really feel like eating cereal. It has great stuff in it, a lot of fiber, great protein in here, and yeah. So this is just like on the side burner for now, but this also is something that I do enjoy eating. It's delicious. Over here I do also keep a couple of canned soups just in case there are those days where I run out of food and it's like I haven't gone out for groceries yet. So what I do is I actually have just these Progresso light soups. I know that canned stuff is not the best for you, but at this point in time, I'd rather have this, which has some veggies and has not as much bad stuff, than going out and eating out. So I have a couple of light Progresso soups, so I'll just have like veggie or like chicken noodle or whatever handy just in case I have those days where I feel like eating soup or I don't have any food on hand and I just need some stuff to hold me over until I get to the grocery store. And I believe, oh, that's not it. Over here I also have some organic oats. These are rolled oats. They are not processed. And every now and then when I make a smoothie, I like to toss these oats in there. This is another carb that I do love to add to my smoothies because I find that it has like the most gentle taste and it makes smoothies and shakes taste so much better. The other thing, I don't know if you guys have been following my weight loss journey, but if you guys have been following me for some time, you know that I get headaches often, and I saw my doctor and we've been trying to work on that, and she wanted me to increase my electrolyte intake. I went to Whole Foods and I tried to get something that was a little bit more natural, but they keep telling me about coconut water, and honestly I really don't want to drink coconut water. I just don't feel like drinking it. So I just went ahead and I got these little baby Gatorades. So after my workouts I try to consume these to replenish on my electrolytes. That way I feel a lot better, and because sometimes you lose a lot of them when you're working out and water just doesn't do enough to replenish that. And speaking of nutrients, I also do take a multivitamin. I take the gummy bites because I find that they're very easy for me to take. I know it's silly, but this is the best way I take them. I also have some minced ginger and minced garlic here. I got these from Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, so they don't have preservatives in here. But pretty much I like to cook with a lot of flavor, so I use these. And I also use a 21 seasoning mix from Trader Joe's, which I don't have in front of me for some reason, but I do use that to season my food as well. I limit my salt intake. And what else is here? The only other thing that I do is I cleanse, and I use coffee to cleanse with. I'll try to put a link on the bottom about this. Hopefully I'll find something, and I'll write a blog post soon about my cleansing, and maybe in the future I might even do a video. But every time I do an extensive cleanse, I use coffee, and I also take probiotics. The good thing about this raw shake right now is that it also has probiotics, so I'm not too worried about the probiotic levels in my system right now, but I do have those upstairs. I guess I should have thought ahead, but that's really a different video. So this is pretty much all the stuff that I have right now in terms of food. When people ask me what do you eat, this is it. When I do want to do like more raw or fresher days, I get fresh produce. So I'll get fresh fruits. Doesn't really matter what fruits in general, but right now I'm sticking with the blueberries and the grapefruits and the apples, and then just I toss in the mangoes there because every now and then I get sweet cravings. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to ramble on. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was enough information for those of you guys who've been asking me about what I eat. And stay tuned because I will be releasing a video again about T25 because that's the main program that I'm working on right now. So I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.